Hey guys, welcome back to Cocky Gachas, and in this video we're going to take a look at this team comp that I think is absolutely busted as of right now. I think it's a meta comp and I'm going to introduce to you guys in this video. Let's dive right in. So this team composition that we're looking at today is none other than the Fairy Honglan team comp and consists of 4 main members, right? I used the exact team here with Talia as my carry. I did switch out Talia for Honglan for one of the stages to be my carry, but that was an exception. For most of the time I'm going to use this 4, and the reason why they're so strong, I've talked about this before. VV increases, speed increases, and speed increases the potential to get higher like mana regeneration, right? So the Talia itself gives straight up mana, and then the Honglan itself decreases speed and decreases mana of opponent's team. But most importantly, I think it's the speed aspect. And of course we have the Chloe that solo tanked chapter 7 for me. Although for some stages I have to give a disclaimer, I did have to use a slightly different comp and have to use a higher, I think for 4 of the stages in whole of chapter 17, and those stages were whereby I feel like Chloe couldn't really tank itself. But for all of chapter 17 I'm able to clear with this core 4 units, and then the 5th slot is just to counter or tailor to whatever stage that is maybe a bit more tricky. So let's take a look at some of the variations with this core 4 units in mind. So the first composition we are looking at is with the Naya on the flag slot, and this I would say accounts for like 70% of all the stages I've clipped on chapter 17. I've used this composition. This is my cookie cutter when it comes to chapter 17, and I do believe earlier chapters you'll still be able to use this. So what it helps is that the Naya here, on top of providing the faction bonus, of course, also provides important CC as a support unit. So you can see my levels right here, right? This flag slot belongs to the support unit. So with Naya on the support slot itself, being a range unit, she is able to survive, and being able to survive means that she can continually generate ultimate bar for us, right? So she can continue pumping up the ultimate bar, and also her skill set itself does come into play as a support unit with the CC. So when you're tanking with solo tanking with Chloe, right, a bit of the CC side also have to come in. So with her sleep mechanics, that is why it's very useful. So diving into the battle, you can see for yourself how this team comp plays out, but honestly it's quite simple. It focuses around Talia blinding the like frontline unit so that Chloe can better survive, and then Chloe as a solo tank is very potent, definitely, and then the backline supports just try to stay alive because they are ranged, right? So they wouldn't really take that much damage. You can see here Talia is taking a lot of damage, but what you are going to see next is the power of a ultimate that comes from a Talia that is main carry. So right here we are going to use the Naya's main skill, and then here we have the ultimate finally ready. So Talia here uses the ultimate, clears out 2 units, right? Or yeah, 2 units basically, and then the rest of them are at 10% HP, and then giving important regeneration as to Chloe so that she can further survive, right? And even if Talia in this case died, right, still Honglan is able to clean up. And mind you, this is the end of chapter 17, so 17-40, nothing to be scoffed at here. Very, very strong cookie cutter build that clears most, if not all, of chapter 17. So I also want to showcase 17-25 over here with the same cookie cutter build. It's another elite stage, but something different is that there is an Adrian here, and going into the battle you're going to see how this plays out. I'm going to show you a mechanic, although I haven't completely grasped the position as well, but you can see right here with the Honglan as well as the VV, the Adrian itself would get taunted by the Chloe, and then she would definitely hook Chloe. So this composition basically negates Adrian, right? So she becomes much easier to deal with, and this is only possible if you use Honglan. If you don't use Honglan, I think Adrian is going to move too fast. You are not going to be able to pull this off. The taunt timing would be off. So definitely this is one new tech with Honglan itself. I think that I'm also going to showcase another new tech, but yeah, this once again shows you how easily I can clear this elite stage with minimal difficulty with no highest on chapter 17. And with my team, I don't think I'm the most highly leveled. Later I'm going to explain also one more time why my team is not the highest level, but yeah, for now you can just see, right, easily clean up because we negated the Adrian effect. No one gets hooked by Adrian, but of course in some cases it doesn't really work as well. I'm not sure about the exact positioning. It also depends on the Adrian positioning as well, so everything has to line up perfectly, but there is a possibility for you to pull this off very easily. And here you can see Talia doing 3.5 million damage as main carry. Now right here you can see it's no longer the cookie cutter build. We are on 17-30, and this is the 5th flex slot being changed around, and we are changing it to Adrian. So I'm using Adrian as a disruptor, as a support here, and the reason why she's good is because she not only does she pull the unit to the front itself, right? She provides a bit of survivability to Chloe, and on top of that, most importantly, she gives the faction bonus. So when it comes to using Honglan, you definitely want, or rather one of the problems you're going to definitely face is the faction bonus. So you want to, as much as possible, maximize it. And Adrian here being a flexible faction slot is very, very good. And for the reasons that I've mentioned above, that is why I use her for, I would say, 25% of the rest of the Adrian. So 70% Cookie Cutter, 25% is Adrian. And now we are going to run into the game, dive right in to see how exactly this plays out. So Adrian positioning, you have to figure out yourself as well. But I would use this team comp if there is a good unit to pull, right? So something like a Vivi, a Naya, and Ayame, a Honglan are all good units to pull. Honestly, you can even like go with even more variations on what you want to pull, right? But for myself, I feel that the Cookie Cutter works well for other like units on the back, and these 4 units are the main priority that I usually pull. And here she dies off like very, very early, right? You can see Adrian died off long ago, but doesn't really matter. 4 units can also clear off the stage. We only need to trade 1-for-1 when it comes to the Adrian as a support. If you trade 1-for-1, killing off the key unit like a Honglan, you pretty much won the game. I don't think I need to explain more why it's the case, right? Because Honglan disappearing from the field, you wouldn't have the speed debuff on your team, evasion debuff on your team anymore. You're going to be very you're going to feel less defensive needs, right? You're going to feel less offensive pressure. So here itself, it's a very simple stage. We are just going to clear 17-30 with ease. Once again, no hires, because honestly, with Honglan, I don't really think there's much need for that many hires anyway. So here you can see once again, Talia doing 3 million damage as a main carry. So right now on screen, I'm showing a slightly different variation. So this is the third variation that I'm going to show you guys when it comes to the core 4 with the 5th flex slot. And you might be wondering, hey Cocky Gachas, why are you using 3 of the same type bonus, right? You say that the faction bonus is very important. Yep, it's truly very important, but sometimes you can leverage the 4th or rather the 5th slot with Claire in mind. And the reasons why you want to do that, firstly, this first example is because there is a Claire in front. So with this itself, I can show you guys very simply why it's the case going into the battle. Simply, Claire is going to perform magic. Look at this, bam! Opponent Claire in the front line gets negated 100% because of Honglan plus Claire. So if you have Claire on the front line and Honglan on your team itself, the opponent's Claire will be slowed down so much that she's not able to dash before our Claire, and our Claire's dash would cancel their Claire's dash. Meaning you are going to eliminate Claire totally. Your Chloe is going to hit on all 5 units most of the time, and very simply you're going to win, right? Doesn't matter if the Claire dies. You can see my Claire is level 141. I'm just using her as a support here, as a tech slot. So yeah, very, very effective. You're pretty much going to kill the whole backline, and then just going to live them with just 1 Claire and then slowly drain them off, right? With 4 units versus 1, don't need me to say you're going to win, right? If you can't win this, there might be a problem that you have to explore somewhere else. But yeah, you can see we won with like almost 40 seconds left on the clock. Very, very insane tech here. New tech definitely learned it up. And now once again, you can see on your screen, this is the Claire variation that we're talking about. And the reason why here I'm using a friend unit is because in this particular case, Claire support cannot exactly work. You kind of need the Claire to be a bit more tanky. So in my case, level 141 Claire is not going to do jack shit. The reason why is because the opponent team, you can see it's a very horrendous enemy. Ira, Haru, as well as Clara, triple beast against our fairy Chloe. Chloe is super good, but not in all cases, whereby you can see, right, deficit is 300k and we can't solo tank in this scenario. Hence, we need the Claire to come in to sub tank. And what it does is that even if you were to have a Claire in this slot, right, I would suggest not pairing the Chloe against the Ira. So you definitely want the Claire dash to disable Ira so that the first set of bursts doesn't come in. So you can choose to not go with Claire, you can go with something else, but I would think that Claire is the best here because really interrupts them, and then the first burst needs to just not come that soon, right? So if I can survive the first burst as a Chloe, I can heal up with my passive. That should already be be fine itself. So anything that can divert firepower is very good. So going into the battle, you're going to see right here how exactly this plays out. So instantly Claire's go into the back, dashes onto the Ira and then cancels off the first animations, right, and disables her a bit, so that Chloe is able to build up a bit of more of a main skill so that she can disable the units further, right? And in some cases you might need to use some some animation cancelling technique to make sure that you cancel off their strongest skills, but in this case I didn't think I need to. And yeah, once you are able to survive the first burst, honestly, it's all of them are very frail, right? This scenario is only so terrible because your Chloe can't tank everything, but once you can tank everything, it's not about survivor, it's not about the damage, right? DPS is definitely enough with this core 4 already, so all you need is just to survive. And now you can see Chloe's back at 100% HP. Plain and simple, deleted this stage itself with a Claire tank to help come in, elevate some of the offensive pressures that Chloe is facing. So those are all the variations, and like I mentioned earlier, the reason why I can't fully clear without Highest itself is also because I'm quite under-leveled, and it's simply I'm just a hoarder. You can look at all these resources packs that I have not yet opened. Honestly, I'm waiting for Guild Boss to come open them, and I've hoarded a lot. I think this is like 1 month worth of hoarding, so yeah, I've not opened any of those. My life would be a lot easier if I just open these packs and then level my units, but I prefer not to do it, just to wait for Guild Boss to see how I can maximize my resources, right? Yeah, you know that I'm a min-max guy by now. And here we do have a couple like boxes, Eternal Chest. Honestly, I should have used them out. I'm not sure why I have this open, and shit, I got another Dex. Yeah, I don't really need that much Dex, and this is pretty good, decent. But yeah, I do need more on the strength side, I believe. And here also, I have a lot of things. Oh wait, I actually haven't planned out this. I have the epic here also. I'm just gonna open this up. Let's see what we get. Please give me something good. Petra, not too bad. I think I'm at 6 copies right now, and I also save a bit, right? Today is Honglan's birthday, so we have a lot of friendship points. I forgot to draw for yesterday as well, so together with today's one, we have like so many draws. We're just going to do a mini draw session right at the end of this video. So let's see if we get anything good. I'm not expecting anything good, to be honest. Yeah, but sometimes you never know. I'm missing 2 copies of Lindsay as well. I would be very thrilled to get Lindsay, because with Guild Boss arrival, I do think that Lindsay would be a good addition. So hopefully we can get Lindsay. And one thing that you might also notice later, I'm going to show you guys after I finish this draw. Okay, yeah, for the luck, not too bad. So here I also have 30 type tickets. I'm waiting for Aki to pull on the human banner, so that's the reason why I'm saving. But it's driving me a bit sad given that I don't have the Lindsay. So here, 30 pulls, friendship. Let's see what we get. Do we get good friendship pulls? Yeah, first one is usually a bust. We see whether there's any transform going on. No transforming action, skip right through. Yeah, we're not going to look at all of this photo. Yep, one more time, go again. Please just give me some pink eyes. I'm not sure why Kakao Games hate me so much, but yeah. No way! Oh god, this sucks. Okay, one please. No pink eyes again, not even on Honglan's birthday, guys. Ay, shit. Yeah. Oh, wait, one transform. Oh, come on. What is this? Come on, Lindsay! Ay, shit, it's a Flynn again! No way! Freaking game really hates me. Guys, I guess that about does it for this video. I also released a video on the tier list review for Premium Website tier list, so if you're interested, go check that out. Flynn cuts this one again, but I'll see you guys over there. This is Koki Gachas signing off.